In a world where the rich and shameless view those who don't make as much as they do as lesser beings, one man and his crew of misfits have the power to change the entire universe's fate. Introducing Captain Kyushu and his loyal companions, Sam and Nyoka, in the summer blockbuster of the year, The Outer Worlds. Coming to theaters as soon as possible. This time, it's personal.
Hold on, give me a sec.
Okay, there we go. Had to put my phone on silent because of how many times those scam callers like to call me. Bold move, Kyushu, but my schemes will not be foiled. Good to see you, Cool K. So, where did we leave off yesterday? Why, yesterday? Well, firstly, let's get the formalities out of the way. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here with more of The Outer Worlds. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to the end, which will allow me to play, other games. Here I was thinking that I was not going to turn this into a series, but I've just been enjoying doing these streams with you guys so much that I figured, why not? Just hang with my peoples. And I'm very tempted to I'm tempted to pre-order Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, because I'm actually starting to hear some good things about it, not from reviewers but from actual players, like Jay Shockblast, for example. So far he said that he's only 40 minutes in, but he's liking it so far. And the review of the peoples should be taken a little bit more seriously than those of actual reviewers, because if that's the because think about it, people did not like people loved Joker, but critics tried to bring it down a notch, and the movie is phenomenal. So the people versus paid reviewers and stuff. So I'm just spitballing here, but I'm really keeping my eye on the game overall. I'm really hoping it's good. The only thing that's really keeping me from putting some money on it is the fact that EA is involved. And well, we already know how EA is.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
Alright, so the main objective here is we have the option of speaking to the Minister Guards or speaking to Minister Clark himself. If I can circumvent any sort of confrontation by speaking to the guards, then we can do that.
Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
A lot of critics tend to nitpick. Jedi Fallen Order looks good so far. I hear it's like a Souls type game. A Star Wars Souls type. Never thought I'd hear that type of mesh, but I will definitely look into it, and if it is good, then more than likely you may see me playing it tomorrow.
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
I'm pretty sure my shrink ray has a lot more kick to it than your little shotgun.
Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks.
Oh, I hate this corporation. You gotta get promoted in order to actually be able to have bathroom breaks on the job.
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Let's talk to the bartender. Bartender.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple Spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary.
Haha. I'm glad I'm able to switch the latency. I lowered the latency so that way my responses to you guys talking to me will be a lot quicker. Love it.
Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there.
They call them an inebriation assistant. Hey, talk to our Get You Drunk bot. Hey, drunk bot. That's not the drunk bot. You're the drunk bot.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
Hey, drunk robot. I'll take a drink. Now he said he wanted some Spectrum vodka. Ah, here we go. Good thing this booze ain't expensive. I only need 1. Not trying to go broke here. Let's get this dude drunk and take his key.
Hey, familiar. Have we met before? Cheers to me. Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Oh, so we got to seriously get him hammered. All right, let's get a couple more.
With fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
Let's get about 3 this time. I got a couple of bits on me, so I ain't wanting for cash.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before?
No, we have not. Why don't you have a drink on me?
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, Laws, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Only 2? You got a ways to go.
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago.
Only my special friends can see Nyoka. But I don't believe we've met. Here's a drink for your promotion.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Medical or persuasion?
You sure sound like you know what you're talking about. Okay, here goes.
Do you think GTA 6 will ever come out?
It's supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch.
I'm asking for the year 2030.
Only
I have no idea.
I don't feel so good.
If it comes out that late, I will be 38. Because I'm 27 now.
I just need to sit down.
He's gone! We got him! He's gone! Thank you, thank you, thank you. To ensure that you don't come after me, your UDL grade shotgun has now been turned into pots. Thank you, brother. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Move out of my way! And we just need to go over there.
Idiot's probably face down on the bar by now.
Take it easy. Not like you can get into any trouble passed out.
Oh, nope. Doesn't seem like he could get in any trouble. He's a professional.
Detecting unclean, sulfuric-steeped presence within the immediate vicinity. Again.
Live on Monarch a few years, it gets under your skin. Your blood, breathe, taste it in everything you eat.
He's out colder than an ice block. You ain't never kidding.
Recommended.
That dude is going to be seeing birds and stars for the next couple of hours. I don't know anything about vodka or any type of alcoholic beverage, but I have seen its effect on people. And needless to say, it's quite funny. Breaking it, entering, and sneaking! Ha ha! We did it! Oh, I feel good today. Not only did I get myself plenty of rest from coming home from work, but I also have the day off. It's gonna be good. Nobody will know that I'm inside the building because I'm that super slick. Okay, I'm in, and there's a lot of people here. Whoop! Whoop! Okay, we might need to find ourselves like a key card or something. I might have backed myself into a corner here. They're covering all the exits, which will make it very difficult for me to get through. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if I can sneak around that guy down there at the end. We'll save it here. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to go outside and get ourselves a key card. Wherever we can get one of those. This is one of those moments where I wish I probably should have put some points into stealth.
What? What was that?
Caution!
The board are now angry. Reputation decreased. Okay, so it's obvious they don't really like me. At this point, do I care? I'm more interested in getting the stuff necessary to save the people of the colony. So, how I kind of go about it is irrelevant. Hi there.
How did you get in here?
I'm old Greg. I got keys everywhere.
You! You just slaughtered those guards, and for what? To speak with me? What could possibly be so urgent? If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods. Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course. It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name, but this proves it. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
If it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
It's filthy indeed, my mechanical friend. Rife with the worst sort of corruption. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
Okay, even though I kind of killed some of his guards and he was kind of mad about it, he's very open about giving me help in order to get to Rockwell.
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. Well, you won't have much human company down there. Plenty of sprats and automechanicals, though. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivations. But I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can only hope you're also looking out for Halcyon. Good. Halcyon is in dire need of someone like you.
Okay, so we basically just got everything that we need. So, yeah, time to go. Really hope this doesn't put me out on a balcony where the guys can see me. And now that I think about it, I wonder if me going out on this ledge will give me a path to take that'll make it easier for me to get to Clark. Because If that's the case, then maybe there was a way for me to get to him without having to go through all of those guards. If there was, I might have to double back so I can avoid killing guards unnecessarily, because energy ammo, yeah, it can get ate up quite quickly. But we'll see once this loading screen's done. We should have at least about a couple seconds left, because they're a minute long in length. Weapon parts.
Incoming!
Well, dang.
That's the last of them.
Actually, character, reputation. The board is angry. Your kill on sight to this faction, and vendor prices are increased by 25%. Nah, what the heck. Hey! What's good, fam?
Saw something.
You make it dirty, Sam cleans it up.
We're kill on sight for these guys. There are a lot of guards.
Incoming!
Well, I wanted to take down the board.
Mega messy.
The board are now repulsed. Ooh, let's see what that means. Kill on sight, vendor prices are increased by 50%. What does that sound?
Huh? Saw something.
Dirt.
Who am I kidding?
Alert. Good news, Gus.
They already don't like me, and I kind of don't like them. So, at this point, I no longer care. Besides, I think this is more fun for Nyoka than anybody else. And I wonder... Maintenance tunnels... While I don't mind taking out the rest of these guards... And while I could pretty much massacre all of them... At this point, it's kind of effortless now. I feel... I feel like I should avoid trying to take out any more of the guys. I have no idea how it's going to end overall, but as long... Hey, workbench! I'll make it work. Regardless of the outcome. Use the maintenance tunnels. Requires 60 lockpicking in order to get through. Okay, looks like we're going through the front entrance then. Not every challenge needs to be solved with a gun. They can be handled through negotiation, or subterfuge, or a big hammer. I'm seeing all this happen, and I'm wondering, maybe there's a different way I could have done this without having to openly attack all of these guys. We'll see, though. I may make this a separate save before all of this goes down. Do 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 do. Loading music. Sorry about that, had to mute because a vacuum was going on in the background.
Here they come.
Clean up the competition. Disorder detected. Minimal.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
What a load of crockery.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
Well, time for us to get our stuff then. But how to get down there? Just looking through your personal files here, bruh. Don't mind me whatsoever. Is this a way through? Nope, that's not a way through. Guess we gotta go back down to the ground floor. And I can't break into there because I need 100 lockpicking. Well, time to leave. Oh, boy, that was big. Hopefully we don't run into any more trouble, but who am I kidding? That's pretty much what we're asking for. But it don't bother me none. I'm prepared to fight. I wonder how all this will go if I was the sneaky type. Hacking, lockpicking, and sneaking. Too bad there isn't a way to pacify people without actually killing them. So that is one option that isn't there. I'm just thinking to myself, sorry if I'm being kind of quiet right now. Oh, boy. Well, we done come this far, and the board already hates us.
Hiya, fellas.
What? What was that? Incoming!
Take care of them. I must pilfer. Oh! Exploding headshots! Hee I like these. Oh! The consecutive kills! The consecutive kills perk! That makes it so that every hit I get after a kill is a critical. That is overpowered and I love it! What's going on, Eric? It's good to see you, man. I kind of went down the path of no return. I made a save before this whole killing spree started because at this point the board absolutely hates me. I have a shoot on sight order on me. So
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That's sign.
So needless to say, the board is not too pleased with my antics because I failed to actually sneak into an area.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right.
But thankfully I have a handy dandy gun that is very, very useful. I almost have the capabilities to actually hack this. There really was no need for me to hack this if I could just walk through here and just open it up just fine. What was the point? I mean, it's from the board, so I don't mind stealing from them. Oh, I hope there's more people and they want to shoot us on sight rather than talk to us, so I can do this. Not only do I have an exploding headshots perk, but I also have access to the perk that makes it so that kills grant the next hit to be a critical. So I'm literally just popping people one after the other with one single bullet, and it is amazing. But what we want is over there. These look like people from the colony. Excuse me, but should I be concerned?
What was that? Hold it right there. No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification.
The only Star Wars games I like was The Force Awakens 1 and 2. The fact that we actually...
What? I don't need to see your identification.
Yo, I just used a mind trick on this dude! We're talking about Star Wars and I'm thinking, you don't need to see my identification, and it gave me the option!
Move along.
I can go about my business. Ooh, found a flaw. Repeatedly getting caught by guards has made you jittery, doubly so when roaming around restricted areas. So, you actually can get a flaw that makes it so you have less effective stats when you're in a restrictive area. Don't want it. We'll wait for him to sneak, then we'll go around. There are a lot of enemies here. I mean, we can kill them all.
What do you think you're doing? Oh, I guess, never mind.
You are so stupid, you can't even pay attention to me. But we definitely need to get through here quickly. Pay me no mind, pay me no mind, pay me no mind, pay me no mind. I just need to get to the door. Let me get to the door. He's scraping at the door. Scraping at the door. Alright, let's go ahead and get this place unbarred so I can have an easy access out of here. Do we transfer 100%? Experiment details. Cautiously optimistic, result inconclusive. Objective to repeatedly revive human subjects for extended hibernation without causing the death of the human subject and the loss of associated productivity. Lifetime employment program. They're looking for ways to make it so that people can be revived after they die. No. To repeatedly revive human subjects from extended hibernation without causing the death of the human subject. So, they actually want to hibernate people to keep them employed. Universal Defense Logistics would like to remind employees that it is in no way responsible for the highly unfortunate but realistically probable case of loss of life in its facilities. Alright, the addition of dimethyl sulfoxide to the current round of tests have resulted in some improvements. Subjects are showing improved circulation and increased neural activity. However, our formula is still missing something. We are still unable to fully revive subjects from long-term hibernation, and removing their supply of dimethyl sulfoxide results in their rather excruciating death. The problem is compounded when we consider reviving and freezing subjects multiple times over their lives. To make matters worse, we have had a hard time securing additional dimethyl sulfoxide. We may have to make do with this batch. Yee. And here's the thing, they were all in hibernation, so I guess it was so painful, it literally brought them all out of hibernation, only for them to fall right back to sleep. Well, we got what we came for, time to leave. Time to see Phineas! This game has multiple endings. I feel like I may not get the best one due to how often I've killed people. Well, especially now since we're at the end. Miracle on the Frontier. This is from when I told all the people at the Botanical Gardens to go back to Edgewater. Oh no, I didn't notice it until just now. But hey, there you go. So, this probably might be my most violent stream for Outer Worlds, with the amount of people that have died within the... This has not even been an hour, and I've killed twice, maybe 3 times as many people since my previous streams. But we'll see what happens when we get back to Phineas. Can I fast travel? Will you allow me the courtesy? You cannot fast travel while near hostiles. And since it sees everyone in this entire town as hostile, I can't fast travel at all. Let me see. Will running all the way over here make it so that I can? Yes, it will. Back to the unreliable. I really hope Phineas doesn't have a problem with me, you know, draining 100% of the sulfoxide instead of just 20%. Instead of just leaving, instead of just 20%. Please forgive me, Phineas. I thought I was doing right. I'm just looking at my news feed here, seeing if anything new has been added. And people are already playing Jedi Fallen Order. I'm tempted.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication
Bradley Style, yo!
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
No, there won't be. I'm curious though. I figured she was calling. I figured I was getting a call from someone from the board from the fact that I've killed so many of their people. But she just wants me to try and turn in Phineas.
Orbital lab, Captain.
Yo, CJ, what's going on? Everyone, seen everyone here before an hour has passed?
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
Thank you, Ada. Even though I've killed quite a few troops. I think Jacob might like this stream. If he was here right now, he might like it because I've actually killed a lot more people within the first hour than I have in any of my previous streams before. He's gonna enjoy that. But I feel good today, folks. I got the day off. Oh, I need more days off. I really do. That way I can do more of this. You guys don't know how much I look forward to doing these streams for you guys. I'm not just saying that. I literally, every time I have a day where I have to go into work at night, I'd rather it be a day off where I could actually stream and just hang out with you guys. So trust me when I say that I look forward to my days off when I'm not at work, where I can do this literally almost all day. Do I like tacos, the more authentic ones in particular? I do.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes two things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
Okay, so I feel like we're kind of getting close to that moment where it's like, oh, this is the point of no return. You need to make sure you take care of any last-minute business and do what you gotta do before you make that final push. Because I feel like we're gonna confront the chairman about all the stuff that's been going on.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius!
Haha.
We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
How did we get so small?
For killing noxious life forms are not covered under this unit's limited liability agreement.
Well said, whatever you are. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Alright, let's do this!
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Have I had fish or shrimp tacos before, or more daringly, lengua, aka beef tongue tacos? I have none of these.
You absolutely should.
Wait! I told him that they want me to put a tracker inside of his... Wait, they want me to put a tracker inside of his lab so they can find Phineas, and he's telling me I should do that?
The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time.
Alright, Phineas.
The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
You've had and made fish tacos before. I'll add that. I'll just add those to my increasing list of food that I want to eat. Level 27. Yeehaw! Okay, Hope Docking Bay. Where's his terminal so we can send him a corrupted signal? And boy, is it getting cold outside!
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Okay. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to the point of no return territory. Because we're finally able to get back on the Hope. Ever since... Whoa! I wasn't even paying attention. I thought something flew up in my face. But... we haven't been on the Hope since the beginning of the game where we got launched off of the Hope. I'm gonna switch out Sam. And maybe I'll bring in Max, since he has better hacking skills. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring in Ellie, since Ellie and Nyoka are some of the more fun individuals to bring along when you're committing debauchery.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Stop shooting inside the cargo hold!
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it. Of course I'm anticipating it.
It's kind of warm here today, only 65 to 70 throughout the day. Hold on, let me check the temperature
Work with it. You're in control here, our body, not the
for here. It is 40 degrees, with a precipitation of 20% and humidity of 68%. But the thing is, it feels like it's colder than it should be because we had like a massive cold front for the past couple of days.
Stand like me. Just so. Hip square.
But we leveled up. So let's increase. Our sneaking is not necessarily high. Sam and Max free police. Oh, do you mean the thing that I was humming earlier? No, that's not Sam and Max. Let's bring our hacking up a little bit more. And we're better hackers.
Forward a
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Nope. Looks like we need to go talk to this lady. You know what? Let's go talk to her. Let's see what we can get out of this.
Of Byzantium, Captain.
Ellie, Nyoka. Time to look fierce.
Captain.
Thank you, Ada. Do I remember the show, games, or comics? I remember the show. I remember when Fox Kids was a thing. I used to see it pop up every now and again. And I want to say a couple of months ago, I was watching a compilation of Sam and Max on YouTube, just looking through episodes. Just reminded me of how far back good. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I remember the show. I remember the computer games that my elementary school had us play, where the people were always walking from side to side and you had to ask questions in order to find out which person was actually Carmen Sandiego. And I remember there being a PS2 Carmen Sandiego game that I remember playing when I was really, really young. The board wants to kill me, but apparently you do have other plans. What are my thoughts on the new Call of Duty? Well, I haven't looked at it too much. But it looks interesting, but I wonder, in the long run, you got a lot of armed guards here.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
Okay, let's put our weapon away until it's time for us to... Vending machines! But everything is twice as expensive now since the board doesn't like me. I don't need your stinking stuff! Let's find out what this adjutant woman wants. Wait a minute. Oh, well, this is familiar. I remember killing so many people in this room. Yeah, there they are. Were you in this room this whole time? Did you hear me kill all these people and you did nothing? Hello, Miss Sophie. Miss Sophia! Come here, Miss Sophia. Get off here.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an uplifting thought.
I know your face. Stellar Bay's most infamous hunter. How curious that you've thrown your lot in with the captain. Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake.
You are a part of our colony. If we fall, Monarch falls with us.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more, and nothing less. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
Okay, we need to talk about this lifetime employment program. I don't like it.
I'll answer however I can. The lifetime employment program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. There's no dark secret buried in the fine print. The program is logical, it's reasonable, it's merciful, and most importantly, it will work.
You want to keep people permanently employed, so that way you can freeze them in hibernation and then revive them when you need them to work again.
Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony. And as long as Byzantium survives, Halcyon may one day recover from the collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the lifetime employment program, and you will have earned a place of honor in Byzantium. You will live in comfort and want for nothing.
Are you insane? You want me to forsake my morals just to live in comfort in this hoshy, hoity-toity, posh-looking place where people look down on anyone that doesn't wear the finest threads and clothes? You want me to be part of the hoi polloi, the Hasidity, the bourgeoisie, people that look down on people who don't make as much as they do. I literally just had a companion mission where one of my crew members' parents thought she was dead, and took out the life insurance policy on her and used it to remodel their house, and refused to acknowledge that she's alive because they don't want to look bad with their neighbors. And you want me to join this society? Have you lost your mind? I'm sorry, I'm screaming, but I am not joining them.
We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
Oh
You bored types
my God!
But isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Fenhill.
I will hunt beasts until I'm out of ammunition, and then I'll fight a good long while after. But I am not about to mow down a crowd of innocent people.
Then I suggest you find your courage, or pretend you're hunting beasts. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you.
If my decision is no, and it ends up killing you, I will massacre every single one of you. I may be an anti-hero playing in this playthrough, but those are people. They're not just... I'm gonna kill you all. The answer is no.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order.
Oh, word? Oh! Hold up, I need to stand up. No, this chick didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't just tell me. I'd rather not have you shot for disobeying a direct order. First of all, I'm not employed to you. Second of all, don't nobody tell me what to do. Thirdly, you about to die.
I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Nope. We about to have this discussion with your guards. I hope all y'all ready. I hope all of you are ready.
Here they come.
Open up that door.
Nothing like a good tussle.
Now let me collect my stuff. I done calmed down now. And wouldn't you know it, I feel like Jacob would be proud of this one moment. This chick wanted me to kill every single one of those people in the Edgewater. And she thought I was gonna go along with it? So that's exploding headshots. A boost in armor and skill. I need to find ones that... Oh, okay, that's a bonus to headshots. I need to get my TTD recharge going so that way I can go in slow time faster. I'm almost at level 30. Long guns, headshot, weak point damage. Probably should have got that. But it's all good though. Which means this gun is going to do even more damage to them overall. Oh, your legs are over there. And I don't feel bad about the decision I made. Embrace the dark side. Feel the power of the malice swell within you.
You're fulfilling your destiny, Kishu. Become my apprentice. Learn to use the dark side of the Force.
I will do whatever you ask.
Good. The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth you shall be known as Darth Kyushu.
I do an excellent Palpatine. But no, I don't want to embrace the dark side. You can't make me!
Be quiet and eat your peas, boy. You will learn to use the dark side. Eat your vegetables, and then we shall train.
I don't want to eat my vegetables. And then the kid gets a whooping by Force Lightning. And all you hear is the zap of him going,
Didn't I tell you to eat your vegetables?
Bzz, bzz, bzz. A whooping by Force Lightning. I wonder what that would be like. I don't know.
Captain,
Never mind.
If you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Time to go to the Hope.
We have arrived at the Hope.
My wand!
Power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun.
Okay, that could be bad.
So let's try to avoid that.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Thank you, Ada. But there's the Hope. Haven't seen you since the beginning of the game.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
Yep. I wonder if there's an actual option to work for the board. Like, you know how in Fallout 4 you could work for the Institute, technically the bad guys, even though they don't see themselves as that, and you can just continuously work for them. I wonder if there are certain missions that allow you to completely work for the board entirely. Grandpa Papa Palpatine, babysitting kids since the day of the old Republic. I wonder if the Force is a living energy or just the powers of nature and the environment that holds the Star Wars universe together being absorbed to be used. I think either way, the Force is powerful. Yes. And the thing is, when it comes to the history of the Jedi and the Sith, they all have their own unique views on it. But I feel like the best type of people who use the Force are the ones who don't choose either side. Like, sure, we got great Jedi such as Hope Auxiliary Power, Hope Comms. But we have great Jedi such as Yoda, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon. Then we have Luke. And we have... Wait. People's Corporate Guard. Pop goes the headshot.
In my sights.
Hey, Quincy. Bye, Quincy.
The last of him.
Revan, Galen Merrick, aka Starkiller. Yes, there are numerous great people who use the Force. Not just specifically Sith and Jedi, but people who use the Force for the betterment of everyone. Not just because they chose a side and they were all like, no, we must not use the dark side. Oh no, we must not use the light side.
something about waking a derelict ship?
The Jedi tend to get corrupted even without outside influence by the Force. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Force should be only used to a minimum degree that doesn't involve ideology. I would have to agree, because as soon as you start putting your own ideology into the Force, then you start causing people to... The Force does not discriminate. Ha! Oh! And you want to know what works perfectly with that? You remember when The Force Awakens came out and Kathleen Kennedy was in a picture with all those women that says the Force is female, and I'm just thinking, no it isn't. It doesn't discriminate. It's not stronger for women, and it's not stronger for men. It just is. So, the Force, I have to wholeheartedly agree with you there. The Force does not discriminate. At all. Time to put this shrink ray to some use. Oh, this looks like restricted access. Shrink ray! Go ahead and break you down. But the Force itself... The Force itself, I feel like when used by people who don't get bogged down by ideology, it's best used by those types of people. Like, sure, you got people who use it to protect the innocent, but at the same time, you don't want to be lumped in as the group that only does it a certain type of way.
Here we go. Let another fight me.
Sorry, my health is restored whenever I kill you, which means I'm never dying!
Investigating.
Don't mess with us.
It's someone embodied by the Force family, the Father, the Son, but as a sheer power, the Force is all-encompassing. Yes, it is. Starkiller is an ideal example of an anti-hero with the Force. Yes, he has committed atrocities, but he is a victim of circumstance. He's a victim of circumstance! Now, here's the thing that I gotta say about people who use the Force. Now, while I'm all for the heroes who protect the innocent, I feel it should only be done in a way where it does not corrupt them in the long run. Because too much power can corrupt even the best of people. I mean, look at Anakin. Called the Chosen One, let it get to his head. Then he got easily... Then as soon as someone started singing his praises, this is why Palpatine is such a good villain. He knows exactly what to say to people to make them behave exactly how they want. Exactly how he wants. He knew Anakin cared about somebody, so he just slowly but surely played on his mind because he knows just how malleable Anakin could be. Slowly played on his mind to try and convince him that everything the Jedi taught him was wrong. Now, mind you, the Jedi are cool and everything, but they also have a little bit of a narrow-minded view of things, which pretty much led to their downfall. But Palpatine knew exactly how to say the right thing to him in order to corrupt him. And given how, at times, Anakin could be very arrogant because he knew just how powerful he was, and he enjoyed the moments where he could show off, too much power can sometimes make one cocky. Then, when you have all that power, that cockiness can lead to, well, recklessness. Oh, this is where I'm supposed to be going. Is it? Is this not where I'm supposed to be going? Is this not where I'm supposed to be going? Oh. Palpatine is like the devil of the Star Wars universe, extremely manipulative, intelligent, deceptive, and should not be talked to. He can use suggestion to trick even the most strong. Plus, he can hide in plain sight, which makes him all the more dangerous. Because he literally could hide right in front of numerous members of the Jedi Council. And not one of them suspected that he would be the big bad of the entire series. That and the fact that their ability to sense using the Force was diminished because, you know, the Jedi Temple was built on a Sith tomb. So, yeah, their ability to literally comprehend may have been, you know, kind of downsized. Just a little bit.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
That's fine. I can sing while I walk to the bridge. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Thus conclude the Trollololololo. Hiya, fellas. Please, I need you.
Remember not to take breaks on company.
The power of suggestion can fool almost anyone in real life. Simply ask questions about someone's beliefs, tell them what if scenario, and ask them how can you prove that. Questions a lot. I almost thought that was me who got killed. No one gave you permission to jump smash my crewmates. It seems there may be a lot of people. Let's get the mind control ray in here. Mind control! Would Kip Duran be considered something of a great Jedi? I have no idea who it is. Please forgive me, but I'm a little bit rusty on my recent Star Wars lore. Hey, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to 29. If I can, hopefully I can get to level 30. I would really love to get to level 30. Okay, still sealed. Mind control. Woo! Officer Spine Gold. Look at this thing.
I'll take it. You're not gonna need it.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Finally. The sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
And there's a ladder all the way down here. He's a character from the so-called Legends book and comics. Oh, okay. I feel like Grey Jedi are the best type of Jedi. I mean, Qui-Gon Jinn could be considered a Grey Jedi due to how outwardly he saw things. Like, he was willing to go against the Council's order in order to train Anakin, and I feel if Qui-Gon Jinn was still alive, Anakin may not have been persuaded by Palpatine. But then we probably wouldn't have gotten the rest of the Star Wars story. Alright, that's enough exploring for a little bit. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey!
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive.
Mace Windu is underrated. Yes, he is. He's the only Jedi who can fully embrace the dark side and still be considered good. Well, not fully embrace it, but use the very thing that Jedi are told to, you know, ostracize themselves from, as far as emotions-wise, and use it to his actual combat advantage.
Jump starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
I hope I made the right decision. It sounded like I leveled up again. Listen to this music. We're alive! I was actually kind of worried. I thought we were going to die.
We are still alive and have successfully...
Chauffeurin lost and found.
I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Did we move? I hardly felt a thing.
Was that an attempt at humor, Doctor? Certain levels of drollness are difficult for me to discern.
Well, we did it! We're alive! There are still people here that we need to eradicate. Has anyone tried the Travis Scott Reese's Puff cereal? I never had Reese's Puff cereal, I don't think. I think I may have had it once when I was very, very young, but not lately. Oh, we leveled up again. Let's increase. I kind of want to increase. Long guns. Let's go with long guns. So that the next time I level up, we'll get to 80. Deadly focus, no weapon sway for 5 seconds after each kill. And long gun critical hits ignore 100% of armor. That'd be useful. Alright, peoples, we're making good progress. But now we gotta go check on Phineas. Phineas, you alright, man? We need to find out where these other crew members are so we can kind of get rid of them. We don't need them on the Hope. We need to find a way either down there, or are they up there? I mean, they're running everywhere, but where are they? Reese's Puffs are actually pretty good. Okay. Has anyone else ever tried cashew or almond butter before? Haven't tried that either. Heard it's like 2 times Reese's Puffs flavor. Oh. That'd be interesting. Interstellar crew. Dead. Thank you for all this ammo. I know you're not gonna need it. Those are bones! Those are bones! Okay, I need to find out where these last guys are. Almond butter is good. That's what I've heard. Okay, I'm being paged again. Hold on tight, folks.
Anyone got a smoke?
Alright. Got off the phone with the family. Gotta keep an eye out since we got Jet groomed. Are you in here? I know you are. Let me in. There's gotta be a way to get over to those fine gentlemen over there.
What's going down, Captain? I can take a hint.
Alright, no secret entrances through here. You know, as popular as both One Piece and Dragon Quest is in Japan, I wonder if there's or even have been a serial based on either one. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if there actually has been.
Here we go.
There has to be. Japan is so awesome. They pretty much have merch, adaptations, and exclusive entertainment based on foods under the sun. Yeah, you're right. They do. Why are you running? Haha, couldn't get away from me. Huh. I'm just now realizing that this might be a reused model. Well, actually, what am I saying? This is exactly like the Groundbreaker. Because I was up here one day, off camera, of course, exploring. And yeah, this is pretty much the Groundbreaker. Except a lot more accessible in other places. Still can't break into that. Maybe I should have increased my lockpicking. But we got what we need. Now we need to go find Phineas! There's 104 days of special vacation. The board comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe flying a rocket or shooting some monsters or trying out my new shrink ray. I'm making up these lyrics as I go along. I'm trying to come up with the best way for them to sound together.
Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember.
Tell me!
The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible?
Make it so!
How can I be of assistance? What's that? Define favorite. I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam. And I'm sure I rank as your favorite autonomous digital astrogator. I am pleased we have that settled.
I like
Was
Ada.
that all you wanted to ask me? You seem hesitant to discuss what's actually troubling you. Perhaps there is something you wanted to confess? Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a
That's just a little bit of the song.
Although if
I might come up with some more lyrics later. I'm trying to find stuff that rhymes
I'm
well.
glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself. What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion. How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment.
Think that Luffy, Goku, and Astro Boy are all mascots for Japan's upcoming Summer Olympics. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Let's see.
Phineas's orbital lab.
Let's see if me completing this mission will allow me to get to level 30. I received a message. I'll have to check it later. Ellie, Nyoka, it's time to wreck shop. Let's go. Sorry if I'm not saying anything. I am actually really literally thinking of those lyrics right now. I'm trying to come up with the best lyrics that sound natural, but also sound good. One, two, three. Wow, that is the first time I've ever used one of my healths, and I never needed to, because I literally just forgot how to zoom in. Oh! Okay, these guys are strong. Wow, that is the first time I ever died. That is the first time I've died in so long. Wow. Okay, seems we gotta fight you guys from a distance. I should have known these guys were strong as soon as I couldn't kill them with a couple of headshots. So, that guy off to the left, he's the one with the seriously heavy handgun. You know that either of those characters would wreck shop in at least 80% of the Olympic events. Luffy would dominate most non-water based ones. And Goku would dominate strength ones, and Astro Boy would dominate speed. But then again, they're all good at speed, so it's kind of, actually, they're all good in all areas. Alright, we gotta travel back to the lab now. Another loading screen. Flying a rocket or fighting some monsters or trying out my new shrink ray. discovering secrets that shouldn't exist, or trying to figure out a segue. Okay, family's calling me again. I'll keep thinking of the lyrics.
Ready when you are.
Alright, I'm back. Had to bring in Jet. Make sure he's good. But he's a good boy. Alright. Let's be smart about this. Oh, great. Yet another school... Wait. Another shooting tried to happen? Oh, Lord.
I can take a hint.
Alright, they're down. What happened? Phineas? Where you at, bruh? Universal Defense Logistics official arrest receipt. As per official arrest protocol outlined in Defense Logistic Incarceration Document A43.21-6, the individual who has been detained at this location must appear in an official Halcyon court at the appointed date and time with this paperwork in order to register that they are indeed properly arrested for crimes listed under their name. Failure to appear at the appointed date and time with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and the rescheduling of the prisoner's appointed incarceration registration date. Failure to appear at subsequent court dates may incur additional fees. Halcyon Court is not responsible for missed appointments that are a consequence of being held within a locked cell or other high-security containment location. Please note that this is the only copy of this receipt that you will receive and that it is your responsibility to have it with you when you appear for your registration session. And you know what makes it sad? The fact that it happens all the time in America. Doesn't happen all that often in other countries, it's always here. Security Blade Ultra. Level 24. No! There's gotta be someone who has the passcode. 'Cause I ain't got it. Ah, if only I used my level up to bring my hacking to 90. Wait, do I have some clothes? Do I have some clothes? No! Okay, I need to get Max. Max! I need your help! I need to get Max in order for me to hack this thing. I'm surprised I didn't break my legs there. But it happened in California. Apparently the half that isn't currently burning. Oh, boy. As nice as it would be to visit California, I feel like they have a wildfire every year at this point. And I'm not saying that to try and, you know, downplay how dangerous it is, because people are literally losing their lives and their homes in the constant wildfires that are happening down there. I think it would help that state if they took some of the coal that was down here and they used some of it up there. I need your help hacking stuff, Max. That's all I wants from you. That's all I wants. But I don't see Phineas, so I have no idea what to expect right now. Really hope things kind of work out. And I wonder... I should probably save it. In California, it's either fires, mudslides, or earthquakes. It's always something with that state. Doesn't matter what's going on. And if you want to go to a place where there's a lot of natural disasters actually happening, it's always California. Alright, I can hack this. But let's make a save. Let's make a separate save. This was made before I broke into Minister Clark's office and pretty much started massacring everybody. I'm going to make a separate save here, because I don't know how much farther in the game we're going to go before we get to the end of it. So just in case I need to go back and do a couple of side missions in order to get to rank 30, we'll see. Personal files. First entry. Must delete from terminal memory. No telling who might be looking. Like me? Final entry. Okay. Open panel. What panel? Oh. These are notes he left all around. What was the panel that just opened? I feel like there might be a panel that opened up around here somewhere. Or it could just be behind, you know, the door. Ah, this is it. Pick up Finn's Force. New gun. Pick up Tartarus nav key. Tartarus? We're going to Tartarus! Confront the chairman. And we're almost close to leveling up to 30. That was a significantly high amount of experience right there. It's got all of these weird pieces sitting in here. Let's hack this and see what's inside.
Got nimble fingers, Captain.
Alright, people, we're heading to Tartarus. Let's see if it'll actually, if completing that mission will actually get me that level up. Because I'm very close. Look at that. It was only a small amount of experience I actually had in the bar. And now that it's more than halfway put over there. So I actually believe we're going to reach level 30 in no time. But now we're heading to Tartarus itself. The maximum security planet. Where the chairman resides. And since the board hates me, I feel like we're going to be met with some opposition. But at the same time, I'm glad we put so many points into our gun skills and we have so much ammo that overall I feel like our experience might be a fun one.
Very fun indeed.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again. Captain, as it appears we will soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet.
Yep.
I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Oh, looks like I'm talking to everybody all at once. It's a whole group session.
Phineas, locked up in Tartarus? We cannot let this stand. That place terrifies even the most hardened criminal.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Whew. Alright. I feel like once this mission is over, that will be our level that we need to get to 30. That's the only pressing matter that I actually have. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see what everyone thinks about it. And I actually won't go. I'll make the final save here on this ship before we set out. So that way, it'll be a save before the point of no return.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
We gonna prepare? Sure. Guess I could give my ass-kicking boots another coat of polish. You got some sort of plan in mind?
We never really had a plan.
Now that's a program I can get behind.
Thinking on your feet's more important anyhow.
Yes, who needs a plan?
Alright. We're gonna save right here. We're going into the pits of Tartarus. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Good to see you, boss.
Everyone straps in. It's about to get bumpy! Oh, it's about to get fun too. AG-434. Tartarus! Named after its hellish atmosphere, Tartarus is where the board maintains the maximum security penal complex known as the Labyrinth. Is that where we're going? Yes, it is. Make it so! You're about to assault the Labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? Yes. Would you like to save? No, because I already did. Are you sure you wish to continue without saving your progress? Okay, I'll save right here. Messing up my whole thumbnail with my crew. Being all extra.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy.
Yeah, I don't care about your policy.
Confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
No, I won't. Okay. Let's see which one. Let's go with intimidation.
Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Right away, sir. I just couldn't see you clearly before. Screen's on the fritz. Damn thing. But for the record, now that I hear you, I totally recognize you. Totally. You're, you, of course. Obviously. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
Don't even worry about it, Ada.
I'll be here.
Alright. I believe we got money. Time to upgrade some weapons. Time to tinker! Oh, I can upgrade you again! Saw the first episode of this new show on the History Channel called Kings of Pain, in which they get stung, bit, or otherwise envenomated by various insects and creatures in order to compile at rate. So basically they're doing what the dude on YouTube is doing, but they're turning it into a full-on TV show. I am ready to bust some heads. Let's bring Sam. And you know who we haven't brought along with us? Actually, you know what? We haven't brought Felix and Parvati with us. At rate their experiences for a book. Well, that seems interesting. There's a guy on YouTube that does that. Yeah, I forget his name, but he's actually had multiple, like a whole bunch of videos where he gets stung by all sorts of things to find out what has the most painful sting in the world. Like he's been bitten by the bullet ant and the hawk wasp or whatever it's called. He's been stung by a whole... Hold on, let me see. Let me find his name real quick. Just typing up bullet ant ought to give us Brave Wilderness. He spent a whole he's got numerous videos where he's stung by some of the most painful stinging bugs in the world. So yeah, there's a guy that already did that, and that video of him getting stung by a bullet ant, that was from 2 years ago, so he's been doing this for a number of years. We are now in restricted space.
Captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreakers. Not while I breathe.
Yo, the Groundbreakers helping us out. Mardet. We got help. Let's do this!
We're the best.
Let's go, Parvati! For Halcyon!
Here we go.
Yeehaw!
I love a good brawl.
The shrink ray is overpowered. Do not underestimate the power of the shrink ray. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit level 30 before we're done with this place. You know what? I'm going full shrink ray. Oh, zappity zap zap. Surprise attack! I've been stung by wasp bees and bit by ants before, but I would never seek out such sensations. Yeah, he actually looked for these animals to get stung by them.
How long we last on the surface?
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
Are you two prepared to massacre? I know I am. And you know what, Felix? Let's actually give you a different weapon to roll with. Phineas's Force. Okay, you're getting that. And you're getting a soft speaker. No, you're getting a silencer. Parvati, you have exotic stuff. Shrink ray good for... Shrink ray good for Ed!
Lead the way, boss. I got your back.
Oh, we got a lot of people in between us. Good. Good. Jacob, if only you were here, where you get to see me massacre all of these corporate soldiers. The shrink ray is so good. I never thought it would be this good, but it really is. The shrink ray has got to be one of the most overpowered weapons in this whole game. Woo, he ran away fast, didn't he?
Get back over here. Don't you run away from me.
I literally regenerate when I kill you. You're not killing me anytime soon. Zabbity zap zap. Oh yeah, I'm gonna level up very quickly. This shrink ray is so good! Oh my goodness! Where y'all at? Y'all still fighting?
I was just getting started.
Shrink ray good for Ed. I ain't got the skills to lockpick that. Take. About to hit level 30 very soon. Looks like I don't need to double back and do any side missions, unless I really want to. At this point, I don't care if my disguise fails. I'm here to massacre. Let me in! I'm so glad I didn't take those clothes off. Yo, Psycho Ghost Rider! We are at the home stretch! We're on Tartarus! And we're massacring every single member of corporate.
Isaac!
Felix!
I'm getting very close to the end of the game. When was the last time I had gyoza or pot stickers? Never. When I tell you I really haven't had a bunch of different types of food, I really mean that. So that's when I say I'm trying to broaden my horizon for food, I really am trying to broaden it because I've stuck to like mainstream type foods. I haven't really branched out on anything exotic. Inferno Scythe Gold. Ooh, these must be the best version of these weapons. Are you telling me that this is a way one can sneak through? Oh, no, this is where I'm supposed to be going anyway. Sweet! Level 30! Give me that trophy! Trophy earned, level 30! And that looks like the max, because the bar isn't empty. So we maxed out our level, peoples. And we only have one more perk we can put something into. Which means, let's go for the Armor Master. So that I get a bonus for the armor that I'm wearing. Hacking, lockpicking is still very, very low. Debuff enemy critical chance. So now, hopefully that means that my Shrink Ray will do even more damage than it did before. Upgrade the Shrink Ray! Level 35. That's pretty much the maximum that you can get weapons to. There's no avoiding it. There's no going past it. Your weapons won't go any higher than that. But it works in my favor, because this means that all of you are about to die. Time to go to the pit in Tartarus. All hail the Shrink Ray and its absolute power. And I'm seeing a lot of Discord chat on people saying that they kind of regret buying the expansion pass for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And I'm actually kind of regretting that as well, because it's not really... I mean, it promised new story content, but it's not really promising anything. Like, we're not getting that much new information from the expansion. I don't know when we were supposed to be getting the next expansion. We're supposed to be getting one this month, and then another one in December or the next year. I forget. I'm kind of wondering, for this to be a direct sequel.
All right, here we go. Great work.
I'm really hoping that the expansion actually does something.
I've been waiting for this.
Well, actually, I don't regret it. Let's be honest, I don't regret it. I really hope that when they release that X-Men patch, well, that X-Men pass, they increase character levels. Look at that! We're doing 1,000 in damage! Shrink Ray, all hail! All hail! All hail! Sorry, I'm just enjoying myself so much. Shrink Ray is good friend. When you want to defeat space capitalism, you better have Shrink Ray.
Troops. Stellar base counting on us.
Does it really matter if I'm killing them? I mean, I'm not... Yeah, it does. Yo, we got the Vanoids! Thank you, Zora! Look at the distance! You can snipe with a Shrink Ray! Got the Iconoclasts and everyone helping us out. Well, isn't that just awesome? We're here in Tartarus. We basically can do whatever we want. I wonder if people actually have been sneaking around.
Take him down. Here we go.
Whoa, he just straight up disintegrated this dude. That's unpleasant.
All right, here we go.
Shrink Ray, all day, every day, Shrink Ray. And you know, part of me didn't think that this was going to be... this gun was going to be all that powerful, but look at this thing. It is melting dudes. The heck? What is this? My fellow Spacians, I come before you humbly and humble and contrite. Spare me self, me ship, me crew. But unleash your fury upon those who call themselves your masters, or mine. Y'all enjoying yourselves? Huh? 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 I know I am.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and...
Can you imagine this fight on the supernova difficulty?
Everyone all right?
Break time!
Here we go.
Is there someone still below, or are they up above? Can you say that like Kevin Hart, the whole shrink ray all day, every day?
You, ain't feeling jittery, are you? Cause I'm not.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just ready.
Hold on, let me look it up so I can understand how to say it right. I can't remember it right now. I don't think I can find a video.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon. That crackpot's plan is ludicrous. We have steps, action items, budgets, and reports. All he's got is a guilty conscience and lofty dreams. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off. Psychopathic outlaws don't deserve the time. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself. Is that what you think you're doing? This path of wanton societal disruption? You call that being a savior? I call it sabotage. You know what saboteurs get, Captain? Summary executions. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
I'll be there before you know it. Oh. That's what you call the best? Kinda looks like Sam with a shield. Very well. Let's see how good you are. I got a fully loaded shrink ray. Lots of healing items. And I have no intention of dying here and now. Bring it on! Keep hitting him! Keep hitting him, poverty! Oh, come on! It was going so well until I got shot. But I almost had them there. And you know what I've neglected? I neglected my assault rifle I had with me this whole time. So if the energy from the shrink ray doesn't work, we can use this assault rifle I've been carrying. I like to call that thinking on your feet. So we'll see how much damage this will do, but I feel like this might work. And thankfully, I can go ahead and repair all my stuff. Pristine condition. He's like a truant. Get ready for some divine judgment from meat truant! Oh, weak point! Oh, okay. Okay, so the shrink ray works, and I almost killed him, but I gotta keep all those little flying guys away from me. Shrink ray actually did more damage and almost killed him had it not been for the flying drones. So we'll go back to the shrink ray. But you can do the Geico lizard too. As far as I know, Geico can save you 15% of your car insurance. You gotta say it real soft like. You gotta say it real softly too. Wow, no wonder I died quickly. I wasn't wearing my dapper suit. There we go. There's all of my buffs and there's all of my strengths. No wonder I was dying so quickly. I didn't have my suit on. We're good. Wow. Just me putting on my nice clean clothes was all it took for me to take him down so easily. And I barely took that much damage. Though I still needed to use a heals there. Let me in there, boy! Oh, it's starting to look ritzy. It's starting to look ritzy. I am prepared to plant my size 9.5 in your high acidity hind parts. Try me not. Did either of you shoot him? I didn't do anything. Did his weapon backfire?
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Hold on, Doc. Are you telling me the Earth went dark 3 years ago, and the board's just been covering this up?
They've been incredibly effective at concealing the truth. Right now, the only people in the colony who know are standing in this room.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm the only competent person, but I don't mind. I don't mind doing this. You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Lifetime employment program ruined. Chaos on Tartarus. Leaves board in disarray. Anarchists destroy our utopian future.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation. but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with 2 hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved,
haha, best girl!
Asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. Yo! That's how you do a game. Take notes, Bethesda. Take notes, Ubisoft. Take notes, Activision. Take notes, EA. That's how you do a video game. No hidden catches, no last minute changes, just a good old experience from start to finish. Ha! That's how you do it. Thank you, Obsidian Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, Mass Annihilation playthrough. Jacob, you should have been here for the beginning because I kind of got on the board's bad side in the Byzantium, and I kind of had to massacre a couple of people because my reputation with them got so bad that I was on their shoot on sight list. So pretty much every single guard I ran into, including some citizens, were pretty much fair game. So I pretty much started massacring every guard that came my way. So there's a lot of corpses in Byzantium. There's a lot of, you know, disintegrated, dusted bodies everywhere. So, yeah. Yeah, this game did not let anyone down. No, it did not. People are not interested in single-player games anymore. They're more interested in live service game. This game, if not anything else, not innocent people, just guards that shoot me on sight. I shoot after I get shot at. But overall, this game, you're ashamed. You who tell me to massacre every single individual I have a conversation with are ashamed of all the lives that I've taken so far. When you encourage me to just kill everybody. Okay. But overall, this was a phenomenal game. This was great. I'm glad I managed to get to level 30. You know, I'm glad I managed to get to the max level before anything else happened. Before the game finished. So overall, this was a very, very good game. And seeing as how stuff you do in the game gets told back to you, as far as what you've done, I'm glad I did everyone's companion mission, so they actually had a nice, happy ending. So I'm not accepting responsibilities now. Oh, I accept responsibilities. I tried sneaking into a place that was restricted, and I just thought, you know what? I've come this far, I might as well keep going. And then I just started to kill all the guys, and the board was not impressed. Oh, I killed some board members as well. I've killed the chairman. The chairman's dead. I killed the one adjutant lady, because she wanted me to massacre everyone at Edgewater, and I said, no, I ain't about to do that. I got morals. I'm not about to kill innocent people. Guards, I ain't got no problem with. But people who don't have guns, people who are not a threat to me, I'm not going to kill them. So, thankfully, I did not massacre any civilians. It was only guards. What do I think of my Sonic theory? It makes perfect sense. Release something that looks absolutely horrible. Sure, get caught under fire by people. Get told that it looks horrible. Then a lot later, you bring back a much, much, much better design, and now everyone wants to sing your praises. That is what you would call a tactical publicity pincer move. You get people from one side with something horrible, then you get them from the other side with something that looks great, that circumvents what you did the first time. So now a lot more people are on board with your movie. We've seen it happen before, but it makes perfect sense. The people who make these movies are not stupid. They know exactly what they're marketing. They know exactly how to get people riled up. Media in itself knows exactly how to get people riled up for all the wrong and right reasons, and I feel like they could have used that sort of knowledge to get people to feel a certain type of way about their first design with Sonic. We'll bring them something so horrible that they will absolutely hate us. So, when we have this design that we are pretty much going to go with the basis of the film already, we'll just go that way, and then we'll get their praises. So this is my favorite Obsidian game, to be honest. Oh, this is mine. If it wasn't New Vegas beforehand, it's definitely this. This was immensely fun. And you know what's good about this game? It doesn't need any sort of DLC. I wonder if people are asking for an actual New Game Plus for this. I mean, it kind of it may undermine the ending that you get if you just play from the beginning. And plus, what would be the purpose of a New Game Plus? I mean, you can't go any higher than level 30. SpongeBob new movie starring Keanu Reeves. Oh, that new animated SpongeBob trailer? I haven't watched that one. But Keanu Reeves is in there? Okay, Keanu just Okay, can we just talk about Keanu Reeves for a second? How this dude had a massive surge in popularity. Like, he was kind of quiet, he had some films here and there, but as soon as he did John Wick, and then he's told people he was doing another Bill and Ted movie, now the dude has blown up exponentially. He's had multiple John Wick films, all of them completely and absolutely awesome. Then he's been in Toy Story. Seriously, this sounds like Sasuke's theme from Shippuden. Listen to it. But yeah, Keanu has made a massive surge in popularity. Not to mention he's going to be in Cyberpunk, one of 2020's most anticipated games ever. So yeah, Keanu's, and now he's going to be in the new SpongeBob movie, SpongeBob, with Keanu Reeves, Patrick, Squidward, and pretty much everyone else. It's interesting. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is it for the Outer Worlds. Hold on a quick second. Family's calling in again. Alright, I'm back. Whew. Alright. This has been The Outer Worlds, ladies and gentlemen. A phenomenal game. I highly recommend it for all who have not played it. There's so many different ways you can play, so many different endings you can get. I, honestly, have no problems with this game whatsoever. The only minor thing, and it's more of a nitpick than an actual problem, is like the minute-long loading screens. Like, you can get real invested in the gameplay, then as soon as you hit a loading screen, you gotta wait a full minute and 3 seconds, I timed it, in order for you to go to the next area. But that's minor, especially if you stream it, like I have been, and you're talking to your audience, that distracts you from the long wait time. But overall, the game is phenomenal, and quite possibly one of the best games to have near the end of this year. Yeah, a great way to cap off the end of this year if you don't play any other games for the rest of the year. If you don't play Death Stranding, if you don't play Jedi Fallen Order, this is a perfect game to end the year on. So overall, I highly recommend this game for anyone. There's so many ways you can play. Like Jacob Charles, he's gone for a full psychopath. I've gone for the anti-hero with a little bit of massacring on my end, but the way that this game is structured, you can pretty much attempt it any way you like. There are so many different ways you can take on numerous situations. The fact that there is so much choice in this game means that multiple playthroughs will have very different outcomes. So overall, once again, I highly recommend this game. And I never intended to turn this into a whole entire series, but, you know, sharing this with you guys and sharing this moment of playing through this entire game, it has been quite relaxing, I have to say. Playing good games with people who also enjoy your company and also enjoy the games as a whole, make that game psychopath. That's how people see me. Only the playthrough you're going through. I don't consider you a psychopath, just the character that you went through your first go through. But overall, the game is great. Go play it if you haven't already. I am actually going to end the stream here for today because, well, I pretty much did what I wanted to do today. Wanted to play through the Outer Worlds, and this is quite possibly one of the best purchases I've ever made. For full price, well worth it. This is something I highly recommend. I don't do many game reviews, but I have to say everything about this game is great. Everything about this game is pretty much what we want in video games. Fun, story, gameplay, all of it is hitting a 10 for me for this game. So if you haven't already, go out and play The Outer Worlds, however you see fit. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed. I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always,